Good morning. Now for your daily horoscope for Wednesday, July 30th, 2025. Aries. Flexibility is an important part of today, Aries. Take a relaxed, laid-back approach. Trying to ram your ideas through isn't the best tactic. Having tunnel vision will restrict you in many ways. Keep an open mind and be receptive to others' ideas and opinions. You have a lot of power readily available. It would be a shame to waste it by lacking the breadth of vision to see all your options. Taurus. Things coming at you from all sides are forcing you to make a move, Taurus. Don't be pressured into something you don't want to do. A nervous restlessness may urge you to act. Don't let other people boss you around. Secure your position and be strong. Try not to be tempted into situations that you are going to be bad for you. Gemini. Lock into the practical, grounding force of the day that is not only realistic but also flexible. Attend to details and organize yourself, Gemini. Be aware that you may need to alter your course a bit in order to fit the group dynamic. Try to work with those around you to achieve a common goal. Initiating the help of others is easier than you think as long as you stay focused and motivated. Cancer. Today is one of those days in which prosperity is much closer than you think, Cancer. You may know what you seek, but it's up to you to take the first step toward going after it. You're probably looking for solid answers to your deep, probing questions. Don't let your inquisitive mind rest until you find answers that ring true for you. Leo. Indecision may leave you helpless at a crossroads today, Leo. Others may just be as undecided regarding which way to go. At the same time, you may feel pressured to take immediate action and you're tired of waiting for others to make the first move. Find the answers in simple solutions. There's more than one correct way. Your choice is always the right one if you believe it to be so. Virgo. Latch on to the expansiveness that comes when you connect with others in a social arena, Virgo. Communication is a key aspect of the day. If you go with the flow, you will land exactly where you need to be. Take the adventurous route and skip around from one thing to another. There's no need to pin yourself down to one route or way of doing things. Libra. Connect with the stable, grounding energy of the day, Libra. But beware that tension may come in the form of fast talk and misinformation. People could be fickle and frantic. Wait for the dust to settle before you pick a road to travel. Impulsive decisions may lead you down paths that aren't the best choice for you now. Relax and try not to think about it too much. Scorpio. Any expansive feeling you experience may be rained on today. You could get the feeling that you've lost touch with reality. Make sure you connect with real life, Scorpio, and do a bit of planning to balance your whimsical side. Things that you haven't accounted for might crop up to serve as a reminder that you need to deal with real life. Sagittarius. Walk to the beat of your own drum, Sagittarius. If you try to latch on to the smooth-talking, fast-paced information of the day, your voice could get lost in the crowd. But if you plant your feet firmly and try to plan, you might deprive yourself of spontaneous events that prove the most fulfilling. Chart your own course and don't be afraid if no one else follows along. Capricorn. Connect with the fellow sitting next to you or perhaps the woman behind you in the line at the store. He or she could share a piece of wisdom that changes your life forever. Be aware that you can also be that person who changes someone else's life with a single thought or slice of wisdom that you've picked up in your travels. Communication is the key to expanding your world in many ways. Aquarius. Your self-esteem may be challenged today by a fast talker or unpleasant situation, Aquarius. Don't accept things at first glance. There's a much deeper meaning brewing below the surface, and you'd be foolish not to recognize that. Stick to your guns and stay grounded. Newfangled devices and big promises may not be all they're advertised to be. Pisces. Jump on board the fast train and see how far it takes you, Pisces. You'll be surprised at how far you can go with minimal effort. Your grace and polite social mannerisms will help you navigate quickly to where you need to be. You have the wind at your back today. Make the most of this energy by aiming for the top and not resting until you get there. This has been your daily horoscope for Wednesday, July 30th, 2025. Good morning.
Beautiful. Good morning to you, DBS family. It is Wednesday. It's home day, isn't it? Okay, so we have a beautiful show for you today, this morning. But of course, you know the drill. We got to see what the news desk has to say. So stick around. We'll be right back.
Good morning. Time now for the news. My name is Timothy Polio. Building on the success of Dubai 2020, St. Lucia is set to dazzle at Expo 2025 in Osaka, Japan. The island's pavilion will showcase our rich culture through music, fashion, and culinary arts, with a strong focus on attracting investors. Investment Minister Dr. Ernest Hilaire confirmed that soca, calypso, and local designers will take center stage.
4 years ago, we were in Dubai, and we had quite a fantastic show in Dubai. Our pavilion was a heavily visited pavilion, and we put on a cultural show that was talked about. We intend to do the same in Osaka. The pavilion is open right now, and there's quite a lot of activity.
August promises non-stop excitement. Emancipation Day kicks off with community carnivals and cultural events, while cricket fans eagerly await the Caribbean Premier League. The defending champions, St. Lucia Kings, will battle to retain the title at the Darren Sammy Cricket Ground. Constitution Park in Castries was transformed into an interactive learning space on Monday, July the 28th, as the Royal St. Lucia Police Force hosted a public sensitization showcase led by the Police Marine Unit in collaboration with the Community Police Unit. The event aimed to build stronger connections between law enforcement and the public through direct engagement and education. Visitors got an up-close look at maritime policing tools, vessel boarding procedures, and safety drills, while learning about the unit's role in national security and border control. The Community Police Unit also highlighted youth outreach and neighborhood partnerships, reinforcing a shared mission, making St. Lucia safer through trust and collaboration. We continue the broadcast with news that a major step forward in regional health cooperation was taken recently as CARICOM and the Pan American Health Organization, PAHO, launched a transformative health strategy designed to reshape the future of healthcare across the Caribbean.
A transformative blueprint designed not only to strengthen our health system, but truly reimagine the future of health and well-being across the Caribbean. At its heart, this strategy is about equity, resilience, and action. It is also about our collective response to persistent health inequities, mounting climate vulnerabilities, shifting demographics, and the growing burden of non-communicable disease and, of course, communicable diseases in our region.
The strategy, which runs from 2025 to 2029, outlines 5 priority areas: strengthening primary health care, climate resilience, addressing NCDs and mental health, combating communicable diseases, and mobilizing resources. Finally, from us this morning, the Ministry of Health, Wellness, and Elderly Affairs has announced a major wave of infrastructure upgrades aimed at transforming St. Lucia's primary health care system. Backed by over 12 million Eastern Caribbean dollars in funding from the government of St. Lucia and the World Bank, the ministry is embarking on a series of upgrades to wellness centers and hospitals island-wide. Projects include the expansion of the Grosile Polyclinic, the rehabilitation of several rural wellness centers, and major upgrades at Devery Hospital and the Mon Repos Wellness Center.
The expansion of the Grosile Polyclinic, which will increase capacity and enhance the scope of services available to the growing population in the north. The rehabilitation of the Babuno, Vanna, and Foasaw Wellness Centers, which is aimed at upgrading infrastructure to support more efficient and comfortable care for patients and staff. the rehabilitation of the Betty Wells Urban Polyclinic to improve the urban healthcare experience through more modern patient-friendly spaces.
Work is already completed at the Devery Wellness Center, while new planning is underway for redevelopment at the Cicero and Leclerc Wellness Centers. A Ministry of Health official emphasized that these projects are about more than just the bricks and mortar. They are focused on creating accessible, climate-resilient, and patient-friendly facilities. That's a broadcast. Thank you so much for watching and listening. Join us for our next news major. It's at noon, the Lunchtime Report. My name is Timothy Polio. Good morning.
Thank you so much, News Desk. This is DBS This Morning. Stick around. We'll be right back. Now, the wild season is over. We really did overindulge with fun and the other aspects of fun. So we need to now tune down and get ourselves back in check. I caught up with Nadia from GT Eating Therapy to tell us how we can do that exactly. Let's see what she has to say. Welcome back, DBS family. Good morning to you once again. Now, the crazy season is over. We all had our fun. Some of us had a bit too much liquid fun, food fun, all kinds of fun, roll on the road, go in the mud, paint and powder, all such things. But all of that does a bit of a toll somewhere. And we're talking about the body, right? So, of course, if you're a DBS family, rightfully so, you should know who's next to me here right now. Naya of GT Healing Therapy, Nadia formally. All right, how you doing this morning?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm fantastic, actually.
Did you participate in the carnival?
Barely. Barely. So I don't need to take too much into this conversation, all right? But a lot of them out there need to, all right? And we're here, of course, within JC Healing Therapy, family of the DBS family, of course. And we're here to talk about health.
Yes.
And how to get the health back on track after the wild season, right?
Yes. So we're going to talk about recovery because it's important. You've been on the road, and if you notice, the weather has been very hot, and a lot of people are not as hydrated. People are jumping, and we're not drinking water as they should. The alcohol and the bad eating. Let's be honest. It was not healthy food on the road. Okay, there was not healthy food on the road. So how do you recover? First and foremost, aside from rest, you need to flush out. Flush out your system. Flush out the alcohol, flush out the greasy foods, and that's why we're here at JT Healing Therapy to help you with that, with the colon aspect of things. Also, we have the foot detox because a lot of you are on your feet. Feet hurting. We have reflexology here to get your feet massaged properly. And we can actually tell you pinpoints in the areas where you suffer in terms of your organs as well. So we have that. We also have massages, body stretching too. So we're like the body mechanics, like I always say. Come and just get yourself tuned. You take your car to tune and fix. Come in to get yourself fixed. So we did have a special, like I mentioned to you earlier, and it ended yesterday. The colon hydrotherapy is a 3-day session. It normally costs 650 EC, but the special yesterday that ended was for 490 EC. But I'm going to do something a little different here for DBS followers. DBS followers, if anybody calls between or WhatsApp us between today and tomorrow, which tomorrow is what? Tomorrow is Wednesday? Yeah? Thursday. Sorry. Tomorrow is Thursday. Anybody who calls between today and Thursday, you will get that discount. But you have to message and call us, and we will organize you.
Excellent. So you see, GBS family, this is how we look out for you guys. So you had all your fun, you had all your gallivanting, and now it's time to get back on track. And of course, GT Healing Therapy is here for us in all ways, shapes, and form. So what's that number they can WhatsApp or call?
Okay, so they can call me directly at 715-0934. You can WhatsApp as well. We do have an Instagram account, which is JT Healing Therapy on Instagram. Or you could send us a message on Facebook as well. But we would much rather you call me directly. So let me say the number again. It's 715-0934. And I am Nadia at JT Healing Therapy.
All right, Senusha, so do not hesitate. Do not be afraid. Nadia is sitting here as she is waiting for you guys to call or message. Don't miss out on that opportunity, of course. And anything JT Healing Therapy, will be right here to find out once again, all right?
Yes, we got you.
Senusha has been thriving within the tourism industry and hospitality area as well. We caught up with the SLHTA to tell us about ways that you, if you're a professional in that area, how you could expand yourself. Let's see what they have to say. Pleasure, good morning once again, St. Lucia. Now we're here at the SLHTA and we're here to talk about a fantastic partnership in education and hospitality here in St. Lucia. Of course, I'm here with Joshua and Scarlett this morning. I'm going to start with you, Joshua. First of all, let's break the news to St. Lucia as to what's going on here.
So the SLHTA is extremely pleased to partner with Devery University on this exciting educational partnership. We're always seeking out various ways to advance education and workforce development in St. Lucia, and this is the latest in those initiatives. Through this exciting initiative, our hardworking team members will gain access to Devery's online master's and bachelor's degrees programs, and eligible students will receive 50% in tuition savings. So we're very, very excited for this initiative, and we just want to thank the incredible team at Devery for choosing the SLHT for this initiative.
In what way can you see this initiative now helping to expand St. Lucia in the hospitality areas?
St. Lucia has been achieving a great deal of success, and this is in large part due to our very talented and hardworking team members. This opportunity will give them the means to upskill, learn different skills. So we're talking about our chefs, our people in the finance departments, our waitresses, our maintenance guys. It doesn't matter. Once you're in the industry, you have an opportunity to enroll in a course, expand your knowledge, and take advantage of Devery's wide array of educational programs.
Excellent. Of course, kudos to you guys, of course, for championing that cause always. Scarlett. Yes. Good morning. Welcome to DBS this morning.
Good morning. I'm feeling fantastic.
All right, excellent. So tell us a bit about Devery, first of all.
Sure. So Devery has been around for more than 90 years. We do upskilling, reskilling, build pathways with organizations to train them to close that skills gap. We see ourselves as a university that has the two sides to this, right? The student. We want to make sure that student gets the skills that they need and they learn in a way that works for them. And then there's also the employer, right? Those who need a particular set of skills and need an organization that can understand what those skills are and build pathways to get them there. So we've been excited about the opportunity to partner with St. Lucia Hospitality and Tourism Association and bring some of that talent need to the organization so that we can upskill and reskill their talent. Yeah.
And in terms of this partnership, what are some of the courses that hospitality professionals here can have access to?
Oh, wow. There's many of them, right? It could be anything from business to communication courses. It could be in technology. So AI. I know you guys know about AI, and it is impacting every industry. So the technology courses will also be a big part of this. And if they're interested in other areas, maybe they're thinking about finance or marketing or web graphics, those are all courses that we can offer to them just to help them to become well-rounded and gain the skills they need just in hospitality, but also to continue to move within that organization.
It was mentioned a bit earlier, but formally it is coined as the Caribbean Bridge to Brilliance, right?
Yes, it is the Bridge to Brilliance. Yeah, you got it. It is a scholarship, essentially. Offers a 50% tuition savings, so learners get to not only take the courses, but they get access to them, right? Access truly means that we're not putting any roadblocks in the way. So by lowering the tuition by 50%, we allow them to have an opportunity to gain access to the courses. Our Bridge to Brilliance program also offers learners the opportunity to have access to our advisors who will support them every step of the way. It's not just about getting them into the classes, it's ensuring that they're successful while they're in it, and they move all the way to graduation. So we have admissions, we have advisors that help them on the academic side, and we have career advisors that will help them if they don't have a current role, to help them to find that role that will help them in the hospitality area. Yeah.
For persons who are getting involved in this partnership, in this scholarship, and so on, how then can they continue with Devery to expand or further their education in maybe other areas if they choose so as well?
Yeah. Yeah, education is lifelong, right? This is not about, and we know with technology that it's changing so quickly that this is not about just getting a class today and using it for your current role. This is about using it for lifelong learning and ongoing opportunities that will help you throughout your entire life and throughout your careers. So they can start with the classes that they want today, take those classes, and obviously if they're current working for an organization, use those skills immediately. But then they can continue on into a degree program if they want to get a certification or an associate degree in one of the areas or a bachelor's degree. They can stack those courses. What's great about DeVry is our programs are stackable. If you start with a certificate program, you can use those exact same credits to stack into associate degree and save yourself time and money. And that's a great part about being in this program as well. Yeah.
So now, this question goes for any of you two. How do then tourism and hospitality professionals get access to said program?
So the program will be rolled out in the coming weeks. So we want to encourage everyone in the tourism and hospitality industry to keep a close eye out on the SLHTA's website, social media pages, where further information will be made available.
So, of course, I want to thank the two of you for being here for us on DBS this morning, for sharing said information. Of course, anyone out there within the respective field who wants to take advantage of said opportunity, stick around, like you said, to the SLHTA pages, of course, or checking with Devery as well. And of course, it's DBS this morning. We'll be right back.
Welcome to your Holistic Path to Wellness with Dr. Tanya Bobran. Let's talk stress management and reclaiming your power. Welcome back. I'm Dr. Tanya Bobran, and today we're diving into something that affects every single one of us: stress. Let's be honest, we're all carrying a lot: work, family, expectations, world events. And very often it shows up as exhaustion, anxiety, poor sleep, weight gain, and even chronic illness. It's not just in your head. It's our nervous systems calling for help. In my More Joy method, I teach something that you could work with, and that you work not against your body, you work with your body. So how do we manage stress in a healthy way, in a new and different way? I'm going to give you 3 simple tools that you can start today to manage stress. And one of them is breath work. Breathe to reset your nervous system. Start your days, or whenever you're stressed, with 60 seconds of deep, slow breathing. That tells your nervous system that you're safe. And that simple technique alone can change your entire day because it resets your nervous system. Another tool to manage stress is how you nourish your body. Skipping meals or reaching for sugar-laden foods like pastries or cake will spike your cortisol levels, which is the stress hormone. Balancing your blood sugar is one of the most powerful ways to reduce stress and how your body responds to it. And finally, I'm going to urge you to reclaim your rhythm. Stress loves chaos, and your body loves rhythm. Wake, eat, move, and rest at consistent times. That simple way of living will ground you. And one of my favorite tools I'm going to share right now is sound therapy. It isn't just soothing, it's healing. I've used crystal bowls, tuning forks, chimes, and even water to bring my body back into harmony. The vibrations from the sound tools we use calm our nervous system, it balances our energy, and it opens up space for real, deep, and lasting healing. I want you to remember that you are not your stress. You are not your symptoms. You are powerful, and you deserve to have a life that is joyful and calm, and that you can thrive despite the stresses and chaoses of normal living.
As you know, they say all amazing things must come to an end, but it's not the end for this week, of course. You can catch us right here, back tomorrow morning, same time, same place, DBS This Morning. My family, to you and us, have an enjoyable day. See you tomorrow, yeah?